Hey everybody, it is Booker and Stryker and our guest, Bakar. How are you, sir?
Hi, guys. I'm great. Thank you for asking me. Yeah, I'm good.
So we're sitting here just a couple days away from your second full-length being released, and you took the time to sit with us two idiots right here. Are you anxious for the release? Are you nervous, excited? Like, what's the feeling right now?
I'm definitely anxious because new music, you know what I mean? And, like, new energy. So I'm definitely a little bit anxious, but more than anything, I'm excited. I'm just excited for, like, to play new songs and for people to hear a new side of me, for sure.
Your trajectory is so interesting in that you have a song that just will not go away.
Yeah.
It just gets bigger by the day, and it's literally been out for years and years. How do you put your head around that? And is it hard to grow off of that, something that's still growing?
Yeah, it's really interesting, honestly, and I've had so many, like, different emotions with this song, love, hate, relationship, but ultimately it's happening, you know, and I'm proud of the song. Like, it's just a beast of a song, you know, and people connect with it all over the place. So ultimately it's a blessing, and it's kind of my Trojan horse in that way.
The very cool thing I believe about you is we can't put you like in a certain genre. You are genreless. Does that happen totally naturally in the studio 4 years ago, or that was the plan going in? I don't want to sound alternative. I don't want to sound hit. Like, how does it work for you?
I think it was a mix of both, honestly. I think naturally my tastes are that, you know, my tastes are so many different things. I have so many different influences, you know, so those bled in. That's naturally what came out of me. I also just like the idea of being an artist, you know, that was hard to kind of pigeon, and you know, it can be a blessing and a curse in its own right, you know, but deep down inside of me, I like that, and so I think it was a bit of both.
Poking through your album, there's so many different sounds that...
The new album.
The new one that you could say, wow, that sounds like a Niall Horan, or that sounds like the Police, or,
a little bit.
You know, the first single off the album, the guitar sounds like there's a Prince B track that the guitar sound is the same. What are you into? What do you love?
Honestly, like I said before, I'm into so many things,
yeah.
You know, and you know, I think even like, you know, there's like a Quincy Jones quote where he says like, you know, the day that we really like subject musicians to specific boxes is really the death of things, you know. So it's just like about keeping things fresh, trying to still be innovative, like within the confines of whatever I'm doing. Like if I am going to work within the confines of a genre, I want to be able to push it forward, you know. I want to be fresh in that space. So yeah, I don't think you can tie me down, but yeah, you're right. There's a lot of like Prince sounding guitars on this record, and we love that.
You mentioned a second ago that we're going to see, the audience is going to hear and see a different side of you that maybe we don't know. Can you give us a few hints on what we should be listening for / looking for?
I think you'll just be listening to me getting better at what I do, honestly, you know, like, and just like, and I don't say that in like with an arrogance. I say that more with a confidence, you know, well, with just like me and the people around me that I create with, we've just become better at, you know, said things, whether that be at our instruments or just like at our songwriting, you know, just whatever our tools are, we've sharpened them a bit more.
Does the journey feel very long? Do you look back at Young Bakar when you put out an EP?
Yeah.
And do you look at that and go, that's terrible, or I'm so much better now? Like, how do you look at it?
I actually do when I hear the song.
Yeah?
I very rarely go back and listen to old stuff, but like when I like something pops out to me, that's like early doors, I do think that, and I'm like, wow, what a thing. But at the same time, it just feels like the other day, so it's an interesting one. But yeah, definitely I hear some things, I'm like, oh my God, they accepted me for that.
For those of you who have not seen you play live, you have a full band behind you, and are those the people that are in the studio with you when you make the album?
Yeah, they can be, it depends. Like, you know, like Jack, my guitarist, he came up with the guitar line on First Time, for instance, you know, so it just, a song can happen in so many different ways. They've been like my band from the very start, pretty much everyone in the band, so yeah, they're definitely a part of the process, and I definitely, like, even if they're not present when I'm making, their response to new things and how they see like playing certain things definitely influences how I finish songs as well. Yeah.
Artists always have different processes in how they put a song down. With you, is it lyrics first? Is it a melody first? Is it a sound that's in your head? Where does it typically come from for you?
It can come any way, honestly. Like I like it. There's really you know, every time I think there's a way, I get shown there isn't.
Really?
You know, yeah. So it's like it could be so many different ways. There's really no like set construct. It can be as simple as, you know, I walk into a room and someone's playing a beat and I like that beat. That very rarely happens anymore. But like, just because I like working from a start of just from scratch, you know, a lot of the time, and I just want to start afresh, you know. But it can be so many things, and like sometimes like something comes to me instantly, you know, and those normally tend to be the things I gravitate towards. But sometimes, you know, a song can like get worked on and we can really pour a lot of love into that song over the course of like 6 months, you know. So like it's different strokes for, you know, horses for courses, as they say.
Yes, but hold on. You just said something that is getting my brain going. Booker and I, by the way, that's Bakar and that's Booker. This is kind of weird.
Yeah. Very strange.
We've talked to some artists who have created just gems of songs in like 8 minutes. And then some, as they've gotten a little bit older, they tinker like madmen or madwomen in the studio. Where are you at when it comes to finishing the songs?
I lean towards like my song, when they're made, they don't change that much. I'll say that. Like, I don't tend to gravitate towards the songs where there's great changes. You know, like, it's rare. You know, I have the next single on the record is a song called All Night.
We know All Night. We've listened to it. It's right here. It's not out yet, but we've been checking it out.
And so All Night is like one of those songs on the record that did live for a while, you know, and did grow and did change. And those, you know, according to the other sounds on the record, kind of shaped and became what it is. So that's one where I had to be patient with, and at certain times didn't think it was going to work, and then but stayed true to it, and it ended up coming out. But I do lean normally on the side of like the songs that are like, you know, they're there when I made it within that hour, 2 hours, just that initial first session, you know what I mean?
Do you ever look at a song after it's lived for a while and say, I wish I would have done that differently, that it just bothers you? Or are you truly able to walk away from a song and say, I am finished, this is it, I'm done?
I have to like cheat myself into that thinking. I almost have to like
what happens?
Yeah, cheat myself, like almost just like convince myself or find a way of getting to a place of I don't think it's ever done, by the way. Like I don't like, you know, songs come out and I think they come out at like 95%, you know, like and I can live with that, yeah.
Music festivals still do a good job when it comes to music discovery, because you may be there to see like the top 2 headliners, but all of a sudden you stumble on someone who's got the smaller font. How important is it to you when you're going out there to these festivals where it's not your own show and you're like, this is my chance to win these people over who have maybe never even heard of me?
I think it's really important. And those are the shows, like I was saying to someone earlier, like, you know, more times than not, I'm playing shows where people do know who we are nowadays and do know my music. And so it is really nice to be dropped into those scenarios where you have to earn something, you know, and you have to go over it, because I think it's a great place to be, especially from a live standpoint, you know, to be playing those kind of shows, to have to earn something and not be given it. And I feel like that's where I'm going to be at iHeart this weekend. And I'm going to win a lot of people over, and I can't wait.
Nice.
I like that attitude.
Yes.
You're in Los Angeles. We do a Los Angeles radio show. What is your knowledge of Los Angeles? What do you love the most about it? What do you dislike the most about it?
There we go.
I like a lot about LA. Honestly, like I've been coming to LA for a few years now, making music and coming recreationally too. And I like it. It's so different from where I'm from. It's so different from London that it's like, I'm googly eyed a lot of the time, you know. I'm just like, you know, like it's so different. I couldn't explain. Like, it's literally the polar opposite of where we come from. So a lot of the time I'm intrigued. It's a crazy place. Don't get me wrong. It definitely does feel like a simulation sometimes, a bit of GTA.
Yeah.
You know, it does feel like you're in GTA sometimes. But I like it a lot, man. I like the space. I like the pace. You know, like I like the pace. I like to come here and slow down a little bit, you know, and it enables me to like, I make some good decisions out here, I feel like, because of that pace, you know, and I'm able to get like, you know, I chill out a little bit more, you know, like when I'm in like a place like New York, I get distracted, there's a lot going on, it's very fast, it's quite similar to home, you know, so and whereas when I get to LA, I like to like slow it down a little bit, so that's probably my favorite part about it.
And traffic sucks, though, right?
Traffic sucks, and you know what? Fun fact: like I learned how to drive out here. So,
okay.
which is a mad place.
You learned how to drive here?
Yeah, I learned how
wow.
to drive here. Like while I was making the record, we were here for quite some time, and so like my friends were just teaching me to drive while I was here, and so like I really just learned how to drive out here, and that made it easier for me to drive when I got home because it's a mad place.
Okay, Bakar, what is easier, exiting a freeway or driving onto the freeway? Easier.
Driving onto the freeway is a challenge over here.
Yeah.
Because you might just get like one of those 18-wheelers just... and we don't have them back home. So like,
No?
Not like how you lot have them. They're like every other lane is like a massive truck bearing down on you. So I'd say exit is probably easier, yeah. I nearly said enter going on, but when I thought about it, I was like, actually, there's been some daunting moments.
We have to wrap it up, but best burger in Los Angeles. Do you eat hamburgers?
Yeah, you know what? Me and my friend argue about this all the time. But I say Burger 99. What's it called? 99 Burgers? What's Burger 99?
Burger King?
Burger 99. I love Burger 99. It's
What
on
is that?
La Brea.
Is that LA guys?
It's on La Brea, yeah.
On La Brea.
I like that place a lot, but you know, my friends they like all the kinds of weird stuff. I don't know, you know. I don't mind In-N-Out, but I hate their fries.
The fries stink.
Their fries are the worst. And I love fries. I'm a proper. We call them chips. Like at home, like I love chip. Like I'm a chip guy. Like so. Yeah, I really need that. But yeah, shout out. But
Listen, before we go, I know our time is up. Can we please get you fat fries from Fat Burger? Those are the best
really?
fries.
See, you know what's funny is that like Fat Burger back home doesn't have a great reputation.
Oh, boy.
So we just when we come here, it's just not a place where we're gonna go to like and just eat burger. But where's your favorite burger, Elias? Oh, he likes Burger She Wrote.
Burger She Wrote.
Yeah,
Great
yeah.
name, by the way.
That is a
Burger
great
She Wrote,
name.
yeah.
Bakar, it has been wonderful getting to know you. We wish you the best of luck.
Halo is the
Congratulations
new album.
Halo's
on getting
the new
that
album,
out.
man. Thank you, boys. Thank you, Bakar. Thank you, Striker.
You got it.
Cheers, boys.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.